This is a very quick overview of the water environmental demo. You can see here the water environmental demo system, which is our starter system for these sorts of labs. If I go to the sampling zones and show you a map of the sample points, you can see here the River Solent in the United Kingdom. Here you've got 4 sample points set up, including Yarmouth, Newtown Creek, Cowes and Wootton Creek. Each of these samples can have 1 or more samples taken. The samples will be taken in bottles, and they could be the sediment of the bottom of the river or the river water at various outlets and critical points. So this is how you set up the various routes which the samplers would take. In this case, the sampler would have 4 sample locations, but you could set it up to be any number of sample locations and any number of samples taken in each of those locations. We would then register those sample points. Here is a screen showing ad hoc sample point registration, and we're registering in each of those 4 locations 1 sample point of potable water to be taken. So this is defining what samples will be taken. These can be done automatically and can be set up automatically in rounds for samplers to go out in their vans and collect samples. In bottle reception, we would receive the bottles from the samplers and put them into the system, so make sure that we know they're in the lab. So we would scan each of the bottles as they came in, and again for each of the locations there may be 1 or more bottles, depending on the samples and sample types you're taking. We will then run the samples through the analytic instruments and collect the results for each of those. Normally this would be done by automatically taping the sample results from the instruments into the LIMS system. Here you can see samples going in with quality control results as well. We would then validate and approve those results, ensuring they are within the ranges that we need and look correct. And then we would report on those results. This is a typical certificate analysis which you might expect from a lab. Any of these graphics or required fields can be changed to suit the exact needs of every laboratory. QC bracketing is also built into the system. In this case, we can see that a control sample has failed, and therefore the samples around that will be rejected automatically due to the fact that this control sample's failed. The default setup suits most laboratories, but they can be adapted to suit the laboratory's individual needs. QC charting is built into the system. This allows you to monitor quality control samples in the system. Here we're showing some arsenic quality control points. We can use these quality control limit results to publish new limits for testing in the future, and this allows us to monitor and change limits going forward depending on the results in the past, and this is very common in environmental water labs. In summary, the Xybion LIMS Water Environmental LIMS allows you to collect samples in particular locations and then run these through the lab from bottle reception, prep, run sheets, result entry, validation, approval, and then reporting on those. It allows you to do this in a controlled way to monitor the quality of your samples and make sure that you're meeting environmental regulatory limits. If you'd like more information on the water environmental system, please come and contact Autoscribe Informatics via the website. Thanks very much.